స్టార్ట్ మోర్ యూఎస్ బేస్డ్ ఈ లెర్నింగ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్. మీరు కూడా స్లాట్ బుక్ చేసుకోవాలంటే ఈ నెంబర్కి కాల్ చేయండి.
నమస్కారం, వెల్కమ్ టు సుమన్ టీవీ. సో మరి నేను చేసే వీడియోస్లో ప్రతి ఒక్క దాంట్లో కూడా బిజినెస్ ఎలా చేయాలి, ఎలా ఎదగాలి ఒక ఆంటర్ప్రీనియర్గా, సక్సెస్ఫుల్ ఉమెనే కావచ్చు లేదంటే ఎవరు చేస్తున్నా కూడా బిజినెస్లో హై స్టాండర్డ్స్కి ఎలా రీచ్ అవ్వాలి అన్న ఉద్దేశంతో ఎంతోమంది వ్యక్తులతో వాళ్ళు చేసిన బిజినెస్ గురించి అండ్ వాళ్ళ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అయిన ఆ స్ట్రగుల్స్ గురించి, వాటి నుంచి ఎలా బయటపడారో వాళ్ళన్నిటి గురించి మనమైతే మాట్లాడుకుంటూ రావడం జరిగింది. అండ్ అదేవిధంగా ఈరోజు కూడా ఒక ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం ఏంటి అంటే, ఒక సక్సెస్ఫుల్ బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్ మనందరికీ కూడా తెలుసు, టర్మినస్ గ్రూప్ సిఎండి ఎస్పి రెడ్డి గారు మనతో పాటు ఉన్నారు. ఇంతకీ వారి జర్నీ ఎలా స్టార్ట్ అయింది అండ్ ఇప్పుడు ఇంత స్థాయికి రావడానికి గల కారణాలు ఏంటి అన్ని కూడా తెలుసుకుందాం. నమస్కారం సార్.
నమస్కారం సార్.
సో బేసిక్గా ఒక ఇప్పుడున్న ప్రజెంట్ సిచ్యువేషన్ని మనం ఉద్దేశించి మాట్లాడుకున్నట్లయితే సార్, చాలామంది కూడా యూత్ అంటే జాబ్ కన్నా ఎక్కువగా ఒక ఆంటర్ప్రీనియర్గా, ఒక బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్గా ఎదగాలి అన్న ఆశ ఎక్కువగా ఉంది. సో కానీ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు స్టార్టప్ కంపెనీస్ అంటూ, బట్ చాలా తొందరగా కూడా దాన్ని విత్డ్రా అయిపోతూ ఉంది. దానికి గల కారణాలు ఏంటంటారు?
బేసికలీ గుడ్ న్యూస్ ఈజ్ నేను ఇండియాకు మూవ్ అయ్యి 16 years అయింది. ఐ స్పెంట్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ 22 years ఇన్ అమెరికా. అక్కడ కూడా నేను బిజినెస్ చేశాను, హోటల్స్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ, ఐటీ సర్వీసెస్ కంపెనీస్లో. సో ఆఫ్టర్ మూవింగ్ టు ఇండియా ఇన్ లాస్ట్ 5 years, ఐ సీ అన్ ఎక్స్పోనెన్షియల్ గ్రోత్ ఇన్ ఎవ్రీవన్ వాంట్స్ టు బికమ్ అన్ ఆంటర్ప్రినర్ కావాలని. ఆ ఆంటర్ప్రినర్ ఇచ్ ఉంది. Because it's good, because I'm a leading investor in 3 technology companies in Palo Alto, California.
Okay.
They're all incubated in my building at SLN. They're in different spaces. They're all matured entrepreneurs, so I funded them. So a lot of people come to me, from IIT, kids ni anta vastha untaru. వాళ్ళ ఐడియా ఫ్లోట్ చేస్తారు. But now style of functioning when I probe a startup companies is, ఫస్ట్ వాళ్ళ డ్రీమ్స్ని డిస్ట్రాయ్ చేస్తాను నేను ఏమంటానంటే, నీది పనికి రాదు నీ ఐడియా, ఇది పిచ్చి ఐడియా. సో మనం ఇంగ్లీష్లో ఏమంటారంటే పంచింగ్ హోల్స్ ఇన్ టు ద బిజినెస్ ప్లాన్.
ఓకే,
ఒక బిజినెస్ ప్లాన్ తీసుకొని దాన్ని ఎట్లా పంచ్ చేయాలి, ఇది పని చేయదు. సపోజ్ సంబడి వాంట్స్ సే దట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు బికమ్ ఎ హీరో. చెప్తున్నారు, నువ్వు పొట్టిగా ఉన్నావు, నల్లగా ఉన్నావు, నీకు రాదు యాక్టింగ్ అంటే, ఐ జస్ట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ the reason I do that is I just want to see how they take it.
Okay.
And how they bounce back. So out of 10 people that come to me, 8 of them don't come for the second interview, second time. 2 of them withstand, and one of them is lucky, he might get my investment.
Okay.
So what is important is, the good news is, yes, they have idea. The bad news is they don't have plan. So revenue plan, unrealistic plans. Okay. So there are several examples that come. What is missing in India is that ecosystem of a startup.
Okay.
Earlier. Now we have developed some sort of ecosystem, but it requires a huge trust. Okay. I never thought, India would ever make a fighter jet Tejas. Okay. I never thought, but we are doing it. The kind of exploration that we are doing in satellite deployment and all that stuff, space mission is incredible. But I'm yet to find a company, a startup or a company in India which will be the Google of India, which is a Microsoft that will come out of this. I am not seeing that, but hopefully in next 10 years it will happen. One of the other important things for any entrepreneur or any person is one has to work hard.
Ante.
Nothing replaces hard work. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I coined a word in my company called I-ACT.
Okay.
I-ACT.
Okay.
I was just flying in the plane. As I was telling you, when I fly to US every 2 months, that's when I do a lot of thinking.
Okay.
I stands for integrity, A stands for accountability, C for commitment, and T for trust.
Okay.
Now, if you look at in any business or any human being, these characters are very important, these words, because they're
Mm.
all interrelated.
అవును
True.
How do you get accountability if you have integrity?
కరెక్ట్
How do you get accountability if you have
Commitment.
commitment?
కమిట్మెంట్
How do you get trust if you connect all these three
డాట్స్
dots? So, hard work is very important. But what I see in India in general, in the middle class, upper middle class, is there's a sense of entitlement.
Mm.
ఓ మా నాన్నకుంది నాకు వస్తుంది
అవును.
అనేది సెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎంటైటిల్మెంట్.
అవును
దట్ నీడ్స్ టు డై ఆఫ్. Every entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur like me, have to train our kids to be humble,
Mm.
ఎస్
to make them work hard and come up in life.
Okay.
So my son is now 23 years old. He's working in New York.
Okay.
He works for Dolce and Gabbana, and he's very intense in design, creative design lo unnadu. My daughter also studies in University of Georgia in Athens.
ఓకే
She also works in the campus. She worked as a security guard in the campus.
ఓకే
So we let our kids do some of these things. to
కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద
explore.
గ్రౌండ్ లెవెల్
It's very important.
అవును సార్
గ్రేట్ సార్. అండ్ ఎస్పెషల్లీ మీరు చెప్పారు ఒక బిజినెస్ ఆంటర్ప్రీనియర్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా ఎదగాలి అంటే కమిట్మెంట్ అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అని. కానీ మనం ఒక బిజినెస్ని మొదలు పెడుతున్నామంటే లైక్ మీరు అన్నట్టుగా ఇది నువ్వు చేయగలుగుతావా, ఇది నీకు సెట్ అవుతుందా అని మీరు ఎలా అయితే అన్నారో మనకి సరౌండింగ్ నుంచి కూడా ఈ వాయిసెస్ అని వినిపిస్తూ ఉంటాయి మనం ఒక బిజినెస్ మొదలు పెట్టేటప్పుడు. సో వాటిని ఎలా తట్టుకొని ముందుకెళ్ళాలి అంటారు ఈ బిజినెస్ మనం ఇందులో సక్సెస్ అవ్వాలి అంటే?
See, it all starts with an idea. We call it ideation. Now, how do you ground that idea, okay, onto a paper? And then how do you take that paper document and produce a product?
ఓకే.
Okay. So it is a supply chain thinking. Now, for any product or for any idea to be successful, you have to build a team around it. If you are a visionary, vision starts from top bottom, right? If you
Correct.
take a pyramid,
పిరమిడ్
మీద నుంచి vision ని drive చేస్తాం.
అవును సార్
Implementation happens from bottom up.
కరెక్ట్
Implementation కావడానికి ఏం కావాలి? There are several layers.
ట్రూ.
One is you have to define the process. You have to put the systems in place. You have to put the people in place, and then execution happens.
అవును
So these are the layers building.
ఓకే.
And ideation need to make it a reality, to take it to a business. So you developed a concept, proof of concept. If the concept is proved, you get some funding. That you take that funding and then you expand,
ఓకే.
and then you keep raising funds. But in doing so, one has to be extremely diligent about setting up the governance practices in a company. Okay, so you need to ensure that you instill on the people that are working. నీ దగ్గర పనిచేసే వాళ్ళని ఇన్స్టిల్ ఏం చేయాలంటే, ingrain ఏం చేయాలంటే, that look, you work hard, we'll get rewarded, make them part of the organization. It's not about me, it's about all of us.
కరెక్ట్
సో బిజినెస్లో గ్రోత్ ఉంటుంది, అలాగే at tough times you'll fall also.
ట్రూ.
Okay, and it happened to me also.
సో
at
ఎలా
some point.
ఓవర్కమ్ అయ్యారు సార్?
Basically we call it hockey stick curve. Okay, బిజినెస్ లో
ఒక
ఏమంటారంటే
యూటర్న్
ఇట్లా ఉంటుంది. యూఆర్ ఆన్ ద టాప్,
Yes.
దెన్ యూ కమ్ డౌన్.
ఎస్.
హాకీ స్టిక్ లో విరుక్కుపోతాం.
అవును.
బట్ if you
Bounce
don't
back.
push it and you don't work hard, it will not come up. You'll die right there. So there were times where in 2014, I think, my company was doing really good in US. It was
Okay.
25 million. It suddenly came to $6 million. మా వైఫ్ బంద్ చేసేయి, దుకాణం బంద్ చేసేయి, అవసరం లేదు మనకు. ఈవెన్ దట్ డే ఇఫ్ ఐ క్లోజ్డ్ ఐ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ హ్యాడ్ $5 million నెట్ వస్తా
Okay.
ఉండే క్యాష్. I had pretty decent. But I didn't. The reason is that company gave me lot of what do you call name.
ఓకే
Not only in the financial rewards.
Mhm.
And the
Okay.
financial rewards that company gave, I started investing in other things and created wealth for myself, my family, and rest of the friends.
సో టర్మినస్ గ్రూప్ ఆల్రెడీ యుఎస్ లో
No,
రిజిస్టర్ అయింది
that is a ingenious consulting group in US law.
ఓకే ఇక్కడ
So, then I came in 2007 here, just packed bag and everything. I was very successful company there. One day I said, let's move. My son was 7, my daughter was 5.
ఓకే
Then SLN Terminus was a family project.
Okay.
That project we gave it to a local developer. After 4 or 5 years, they failed to take it off.
Okay.
So then I jumped in and
Okay.
took the project.
Okay.
And I had very tough time.
Okay.
No banks would. I still remember. I don't want to name the bank.
ఏ సంవత్సరం సార్ ఇది?
2012.
Okay.
5-7 loches. I was just relaxing.
In the erstwhile AP.
AP. So
Okay.
2012, when this project was not going anywhere. So it నేనే తలపై తీసుకొని. So I went for funding to a bank. It's a very national bank. AGM did not even give me a chair to sit.
Oh.
Okay.
But the very same bank, because of my persuasiveness, gave me the loan.
Okay.
And the chairman of that bank sat with me and had coffee. And that AGM who did not give me the seat was standing next to me.
సార్ ఆ మూమెంట్ ఎలా
Time
అనిపించింది సార్?
changes.
I was not happy or thrilled about it
But-
because he was standing, but I made a point to the chairman. I
Correct.
said the chairman, look, this gentleman did not even give me a chair,
Mm.
did not want to understand my
Problem.
business plan and why I'm asking the money. But today I'm sitting with you and having coffee and this gentleman is standing here. Entrepreneur, we are wealth creators. Nations are built
అవును.
with small businesses.
And the-
It is not the Tatas and the Ambanis are the only one who create wealth. It is the small business. Even the chai wala, bandi wala also is a backbone of our economy.
టర్మినస్ పేరు నాకు చాలా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఎందుకు కలిగిందంటే సార్, ఇప్పుడు మన బాంబేలో వీటి
Terminal.
స్టేషన్ అంటారు, లైక్ విక్టోరియా టర్మినస్. మనం ఎయిర్పోర్ట్కి వెళ్తే T3 ఉంది అక్కడ, టర్మినస్ 3 అని. సో నాకు ఏమనిపించింది అంటే ఇట్ ఓపెన్స్ ద వరల్డ్ ఆఫ్ ఎండ్లెస్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ వన్స్ యూ ఎంటర్ ద టర్మినస్.
So I didn't put అంత థాట్ ప్రాసెస్లో పోలే నేను SLN టర్మినస్ క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు there is one facility in Atlanta which encompasses all the 3 elements, which is retail, fine dining, office, and a hotel.
ఆల్ అండర్ వన్ రూఫ్.
All in one roof.
ఓకే.
So I said, and I coined that word shop, dine, work, and live.
ఓకే.
Okay.
Because we have shopping mall,
ఓకే.
And
we have dining,
Okay.
yes.
we have office work, then we have hotel.
ఓకే.
So I connected all of them
ఓకే.
and created that ecosystem within the building.
Okay.
So there's movie theaters,
Oh.
first of a kind. It's a first successful mixed-use building in Hyderabad, I could say.
ఓకే.
So it was a great success. So I put a lot of stuff together.
సో బేసిక్ గా సార్ ఒక ఆంటర్ప్రీనియర్ ఒక బిజినెస్ లో ఎదగడానికి చాలా స్ట్రగుల్స్ ఫేస్ చేస్తుంటారు. అదే విధంగా ఎట్ ఏ టైం మల్టిపుల్ అంటే డిఫరెంట్ కైండ్స్ ఆఫ్ బిజినెస్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు అంటే అది ఎలా ఉంటుంది సార్?
It's basically you start off with one business. You can't start off with 5 businesses at a time. The success of one business teaches you a lot of lessons.
ట్రూ.
నా పర్టికులర్ కేసులో ఏంటంటే ఐ రియలీ స్టడీ ద
హ్యాండిలింగ్
మార్కెట్.
మల్టిపుల్ బిజినెస్.
I study the market. I look at what is the trend, what is happening. I track global trends. I track global economy. How does it impact? If something slows down in America, Europe, lo emana slow down
Impact
aithe,
emunthundi.
how it impacts real estate in
Okay.
Hyderabad, how it impacts India anedi naaku koddiga avagana undi.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు చైనాలో రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ చాలా డౌన్.
Yes, see, the China's pullback is India's gain now.
ఓకే.
So what happened after COVID? I did a lot of research and studies. Now it has become China +1.
ఓకే.
So that means what is that +1 country, which is nothing but India.
అచ్చా.
And our government, Modi's government, has done a tremendous job in creating that concept of make in India. Everything indigenous, manufacture right here, and open up. India was not known for manufacturing,
కరెక్ట్ సార్.
as you know, except these big companies like HAL, BHEL, and all.
అవును.
But now I see Hyderabad lo, there are several manufacturing companies which are making various components for the defense.
Yes. Now we have become the key part of the
Key
world.
part of it. So Hyderabad is known for the electronics
And
components manufacturing and giving it to satellites and all. We
Avunu.
have great example is MTR. Then my cousin has a manufacturing company. He is manufactured some component to surface to air missile components.
Oh.
Yes, sir. There's a company I think in Balanagar somewhere, they manufacture trucks which carry the big tanks.
Okay.
So now the era, this is India's era. Okay. So when I look at it, so I'm successful in commercial real estate. I've
Avunu.
created a good name. We have built
Avunu.
very good buildings. I'm
Yes.
also created villas.
ఓకే
Now I see Hyderabad is little bit overbuilt on the commercial side.
అవును సార్
Right.
అవును సార్
So I had a land, 5 acres of land, along with joint venture with NCC and an Optimity and Inco company,
Okay.
Narsinglo. I was
Okay.
just struggling. What should I do with this?
ఓకే
Everybody is building big apartments, 5,000
Oh.
square feet, 6,000, 10,000 square feet.
అవును
Affordability is becoming
Question
very
mark.
question mark.
అవును
So I said, why don't I do something different where an
Okay.
entry level guy who has started his job with 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, 10 lakhs, why don't I address that market?
అక్కడ గ్యాప్ ఉంది
It's an addressable market.
ఎస్
So I said, okay, let's do this.
ఓకే
ఆ ఐడియాలో ఏమైంది, ఐ డిడ్ దిస్ ప్రధాన మంత్రి ఆవాస్ యోజన ప్రోగ్రామ్ అని ఒకటి ఉంది, విచ్ ఇస్ 45 lakhs 60 square meters.
True.
I did the concept, I did everything.
ఓకే
In fact, people in Delhi started hearing, how come SP Reddy in this area, in the land cost, how come he's doing this?
అవును కదా కరెక్టే
Then I tried very hard with our politicians, and they lack understanding, they lack interest. I tried very much to increase that price point from 45 to 55 lakhs,
ఓకే
because it was done several years back with that idea. But with inflation, adjustment, and all, the cost has to grow.
అవునండి అది
Then when
అప్పటి పాత బడ్జెట్ అది
By the way, when I did, then I tried with several MPs. I gave letters. I said,
Okay.
you please go talk to them, change this price, because today what 45 lakhs low, because steel is 90,000 rupees per ton. Cost has increased. Cost of labor has increased.
శాండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్
So when I did the math, I felt like I would rather sell the land and make money rather than build this. And ఆలోచన వచ్చింది. Then I moved into a next segment saying that, okay, let me build something which is in that segment.
ఓకే
It's a 1,200 square feet 2-bedroom, 1,275 2-bedroom,
దట్స్ క్వైట్ హ్యూజ్
13
1200
1,350 square foot 3-bedroom, and 1,650.
వావ్
And I called the name, I gave the name as the Line,
ఓకే
Line.
ఓకే
So it's not really a dream money. Coin kuda my son has coined that tagline.
Okay.
Okay.
It's really not a dream money. Okay.
ఓకే వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ విషయం సార్ మొన్నటి బయో ఏషియాలో తెలంగాణ గౌరవనీయుల ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు రేవంత్ రెడ్డి సార్ మీకు హానర్ చేశారు అండ్ ఒక చాలా పెద్ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ లైక్ ఈ బయో ఏషియాలో బయోఫార్మా అండ్ లైఫ్ సైన్సెస్ గురించి చూసుకుంటే చాలా ముఖ్యమైన ప్రాజెక్ట్ తెలంగాణ ఫేస్ లిఫ్ట్ అవ్వబోతుంది ఇంటర్నేషనల్ లెవెల్లో. సో ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్ మీరు అండ్ ఆర్ఎక్స్ ప్రొపలెంట్ లైక్ టర్మినస్ గ్రూప్తో పాటు చేస్తున్నారు అండ్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ టేకన్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్రెడీ ఐ థింక్ ఆ రోజు అనౌన్స్మెంట్ తర్వాత. సో దీని గురించి మా ప్రేక్షకులు కాస్తంత వివరంగా చెప్తారా?
So again, going back to the last question, the trends. Okay. So commercial real estate is this thing. Then you have affordable segment is one thing. Now senior living is another segment which
Senior citizens.
Senior living.
అవును.
So I call it Young at Heart. So I'm going to name the project as Young at Heart.
వెరీ నైస్.
Okay.
Sounds good, actually.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to build an ecosystem where we are going to build 2 towers
ఓకే
along with NCC and
Okay.
Optimity as a joint venture.
ఓకే
1 tower is completely senior living,
Mm.
50 plus above.
ఓకే
1 tower is young guys. So suppose I am 62, so I fall into the senior living.
Correct.
Right? So my son can have an apartment in that, and in the senior living I can live there.
సో ఫ్రీడమ్ ఇద్దరికి ఉంటుంది.
So the coexistence will be there.
సూపర్.
So my mother, I can see my grandkids kind of
Correct.
stuff. So
Correct.
if I'm young, I'll stay there. My mother lives
Yes.
there. So we are building the entire ecosystem in there.
ఓకే
And what is important in that is the having the social infrastructure in proximity.
Okay.
మీరు అన్ని senior living Bangalore నేను last week వెళ్ళి చూసా. They're all way outside the city. Way outside the city where there is no social infrastructure. If something happens, there's nothing. So this Narsingi Junction, Gachibowli Junction, which is the tip of financial district, we have everything.
Correct.
We have absolutely everything.
ఎస్.
Now, why to join? I convinced our partners that let's do something different. Let's not do traditionally same 4,000 square feet, 5,000 square, 2-bedroom, 5-bedroom. So that is one thing.
ఓకే
The other segment that I am tracking very heavily is life sciences. Life sciences segment is going to grow leaps and bounces in India.
And ఇదే ఫ్యూచర్ ఇప్పుడు.
This is the future. I'll tell you why. China has invested $100 billion. The government has invested $100 billion into the life sciences ecosystem.
ఇది ఏ సంవత్సరంలో సార్?
Till now.
ఓకే,
Till
till
now.
now.
India till now has only invested approximately 250 million. Okay, 1/4, right?
Oh.
Now, as we speak, I have a team in Shanghai attending a bio conference just to study that
Okay.
and come back and see how we could create that ecosystem, help the government frame the policies to be a $500 million, 50 billion to 100 billion.
Okay.
So that is where the game changer is. Okay, because now life sciences, as see in earlier when we were young, అన్నిటికి ఒకటే డాక్టర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళేవాళ్ళం, right?
అవును.
Now whatever components you have in your body, there's a doctor for everything.
అవును.
There's a lung doctor, there's a liver doctor, there's a diabetic doctor, kidney doctor. So
స్పెషలిస్ట్ ఉన్నారు.
and there are specialist hospitals are coming.
Correct.
I was on the board. I was an investor in Sunshine Hospital.
Okay.
I was on the board for 9 years. I
Okay.
saw the Sunshine growth.
Okay.
I was very active in helping Sunshine grow.
Okay.
Same thing, Asian Institute of Nephrology, Urology. I was on the board of that
Okay.
hospital. I exited that hospital.
Okay.
And AAG hospital that was developed, that was
Yes.
built, was basically I had my inputs in that creating, because I put the team
Okay.
together for that.
Okay.
So if you look at the healthcare system, okay, and that's where we made a commitment, is to grow the infrastructure and create these spaces. Our game is purely real estate game. One interesting thing what I do, I'm also an MD and chairman of a company called GVRP, Genome Valley Research Platform.
ఎక్కడ ఉంది సార్ ఇది?
It's in Genome Valley only.
Okay.
You all should visit that.
అయ్యో,
Sure.
తప్పకుండా.
Under that, we have a subsidiary company called GVSAP,
Okay.
which is Genome Valley Assessment Program. Okay.
Okay.
What we are doing there is we breed high-end animals. High-end animals. High quality.
High quality.
High-quality animals which will be used for testing. Okay.
Clinical trial.
Clinical trials. So we have a relationship with US-based company called Invigo. So we're doing a lot. So what we are doing under GVRP, we are creating an ecosystem, drug discovery, which is
Okay.
basically chemistry,
True.
all of this. So we are making a lot of partnership to create that ecosystem under one platform.
Okay.
So I'm the chairman and MD, and I funded that. I, along with others, we have invested in
Okay.
that. So I lead that company also. So Genome Valley, as you all know, we manufacture almost 36% of the world vaccinations.
Yes,
Out of 10 kids
correct.
who get vaccine, 4 kids are getting vaccinated from what
Avunu
is
sir.
manufactured.
Vaccine capital.
Vaccine capital.
అవును.
So government has done an excellent job. The previous governments have done an excellent job. But here the Chief Minister's vision is to take it to the next level.
ఓకే.
So
ఎన్ని
for,
సంవత్సరాల్లో సార్?
I think in the next 5 to 10 years, you will see a lot of growth in that area.
ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా సార్?
See, we in our venture, we think we'll create about 10,000 plus employees in
Wow.
our 40 acres of land that we
Okay.
plan to build the infrastructure for that.
Okay.
For example, we are building a B-Hub,
Mm.
which is about 160,000 square feet.
బయోఫార్మా.
Biopharma. There you'll create about, at least 1,000 employees, So
Okay.
things like that. So we're trying to build that system. ఇప్పుడు మీరు US-లో, if you go to North Carolina, if you go to any other big states, there is a research triangle park అంటారు, which they create the entire ecosystem, the beauty, self-sustainability, green spaces. My vision is, I think we as entrepreneurs and real estate developers or any individual, I think we have to have a social responsibility of creating sustainable communities, because I want to leave this world where my grandkids and kids can breathe fresh air.
Correct.
So we want to create the entire ecosystem, which is net zero power.
Yes.
Zero waste management.
అవును.
We want to create green spaces. We want to
Eco-friendly.
eco-friendly. sports community, hotel, because we are
Oh.
doing that in our gated communities now.
Okay.
So we want to transport this and put it there.
సో
So my
కొత్త ట్రెండ్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నారు.
yes, we have to, because I come from the
Update.
hospitality background. I own
Avunu.
hotels also. I had 17-18 hotels in US of various brands. I owned
Okay.
Holiday Inn, I owned Best Western, I owned several other hotels. So now here we have our own Marriott executive apartments. With my partner, we bought Viceroy Hotel also.
ఓకే.
Now I'm signed up a Westin Hotel and Residencies in Trivandrum. I want to
Okay.
build one in Tirupati. So I have if you see the growth today,
Mm.
why is this happening? Why is the hotel industry is growing?
Mm.
I'll give you a simple example. We had 150 airports so far.
అవును.
Now it is going to be 256 airports are coming in India. 100 plus airports are coming.
ఓకే.
You could
That's
never
about more than 40% development.
Yes, you could never think an airport in Mysore. Mysore has an airport now. Mysore never had an airport.
Correct.
Varanasi had an airport.
Correct.
So one is that. Then the rail network, the Vande Bharat network, which is a great
Yes.
success. In next 5-6 years, you will have high-speed
Oh, trains.
Trains.
The metro systems are
Yes.
going to be built. Network is going to build.
Yes.
The road infrastructure, which is getting built.
World class.
World-class infrastructure. So all of this system, which fuels
Yes.
the economy.
Fuels the growth for the next 100 years.
Next 100 years. And that's what America is, right? America interstate antam kada.
అవును.
Interstate, and connecting one state to another with high speed roadways.
Correct.
And that's how the trade happens. So you go to a destination. Earlier we used to take Bangalore 12 hours when I was
Avunu.
studying in Mysore.
అవును సార్.
Now you go to Bangalore in 6 hours.
మన సీఎం గారు చెప్పారు, లైక్ తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో హైదరాబాద్ కి చుట్టుముట్టిన ఓఆర్ఆర్ తో పాటు RRR కూడా ఆల్రెడీ.
See, ORR was a game changer for Hyderabad.
Mm.
160 kilometers of
Yes.
ORR. Then now RRR. They want to ground RRR and start. They have finished acquisition about 160 kilometers out of 300, if I'm right. RRR will be a super game changer.
ఓకే.
Okay? And the vision that the Chief Minister has to create this Musi riverfront development,
ఓకే.
I think that will be an ultimate game changer for Telangana.
ఓకే.
So if you look at ORR, and between ORR and RRR, I did one document and gave it to the Honorable Chief Minister when he was in Davos.
Mm.
How do we create revenue? How do we do things, to enhance the visibility of Telangana, especially
Avunu.
Hyderabad, not only Hyderabad, but also rural Telangana.
అవును.
So if you look at between ORR and RRR, I think CM got a plan to develop cluster developments.
Okay.
He wants to bring clusters.
ఓకే.
That means every 10 kilometer becomes, or a 5 kilometer becomes a
hub.
cluster hub. It is everything is self-sustained, social
Okay.
infrastructure, schools,
Okay.
everything will be
అంటే ఇది ఓఆర్ఆర్ అండ్ RRR మధ్యలో.
Bandhilo, all along it.
ఓకే.
Okay. Then he wants to build a rural, in the rural also he wants to build the infrastructure. I think he called it as peri-urban or something, if I'm
Okay.
right. So he has a great vision for Telangana. Now he has to find money to do all of these projects.
Correct.
And
Funding.
I think they will get, because
Okay.
there are several funding venues are there to
Oh.
do it in public-private partnership law.
PPP.
The PPP model. So
Oh, sir.
you take Mosi, government
Oh,
gives the infrastructure.
అవును.
There are big players who will come.
Correct.
So I'm just giving an example, like
Correct.
Reliance or Ambani's or Adani's will come and develop the riverfront.
అవును సార్.
And imagine, if you close your eyes and see,
Ah.
imagine how this development would be. You have hotels, you have recreational, you have
Yes.
parks, and you have water flowing in between, and you have apartments and houses. So you look what we see in.
ఇట్స్ అ డ్రీమ్ కమ్ ట్రూ
It's a dream
ప్రాజెక్ట్.
come true. And he visited Thames River in
London lo.
Yeah.
ఎస్.
So those are the things that he wants to implement, where it's an
Okay.
everlasting impression for
Mm.
her, which is a good thinking. Excellent.
సస్టైనబుల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్.
Yeah. See, they are taking what has been done before, they're taking it to the next level. Okay.
Excellent,
There's no
sir.
stopping to that. And India is in the see, Prime Minister wants $5 trillion economy in 2027 or 30. I guarantee you 5 trillion we'll get it in next 2 to 3 years, the way this country is growing.
Mm.
And I want Telangana to to be 1 trillion economy out of that 5 trillion.
లైక్ లాస్ట్ మెసేజ్ చాలా స్పెషల్ విషయం సార్ ఇది. మన తెలంగాణ యూత్కి మీరు ఏం మెసేజ్ ఇవ్వదలుచుకున్నారు?
So basically, Telangana youth ఏంటంటే, see, entrepreneur is good. Entrepreneurship, we all have that. Especially our Telugu people have a lot of entrepreneurship.
Yes.
You
Yes.
see, out of 10 people in America, 7 people are Telugu guys who are doing
Wow.
entrepreneur. But we need to do things in ethical way. Okay,
Mm.
we need to have integrity, hard work, honesty from the get-go.
Correct.
From the get-go అంటే స్టార్టింగ్ నుంచే ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనకు ఆ డిసిప్లిన్ ఉండాలి
అవును,
మనకు.
అవును.
And as I said in early in my interview, nothing replaces hard work. You
అంతేలే.
have to work. See, I
No
was
doubt.
not the gold medalist in my class.
ఓకే.
Okay, I was the last bencher, but I was average student.
But
I
working
would say
hard-
yeah, I worked very hard. I worked very hard in my life.
ఓకే.
My wife and I, we both were married when I was in college in US.
Okay.
Mm.
Work hard, and then destiny will take you. I
Ante
mean,
sir.
God is with you, and then you just have to take care of it. At the same time, we have to become a society. We have to become as an individual, like giving back to the society.
Yes.
So I do a lot of philanthropy stuff. I support
Okay.
Sparsh. I support Children's Cancer Hospital.
ఓకే.
I educate students who want to pursue all India services. I
Oh.
donate money for them.
Mhm.
So we do a lot of those things,
Social.
because if you have to be relevant in a society, we have to do these things.
Correct.
True.
It all starts from home.
Nizam.
until
Yes.
Very
మన
true.
community you do something, then you do something expand.
అవును.
You can change life of several people by doing small things.
చాలా పెద్ద ఇంపాక్ట్
Two things. All doesn't have to be money.
అవును.
Okay,
బిగ్ ఇంపాక్ట్.
it could start with your time.
ఎస్.
Yes.
Okay, you can give money, but you can give time. I cannot give time, but I'll give money.
Yes.
So that is where this thing. So the youngsters, they have to work hard,
కరెక్ట్.
and in any sector that they work, okay,
Mm.
they have to have lot of discipline,
నో డౌట్.
and respect for your colleagues, and you have to take everybody within your company
అవును.
along with you, including a guy who is your office boy who gives you chai.
ట్రూ.
Okay, I'll give you a small example. In my office, I have 2 office boys,
Mm.
okay, who give me chai.
Okay.
One day I was thinking, what is this fellow's promotion?
Mm.
From one building, he'll come to another high building.
Okay.
So we were in SL, and now we were in a super AAA rated office building. My driver, when I first came, he was driving Innova, Honda Accord, Mercedes. Now he drives Range Rover.
ఎస్.
But what is it? That's it, right? It stops there.
Correct.
I mean, I obviously cannot fly a
Correct.
plane,
అవును.
and I'm not going to buy a plane.
కరెక్ట్.
So what I did is, I said, I just want to secure their future,
Okay.
financial future. So every kid that was born to them,
Mm.
I gave some money. I deposited some money, and we give every month. We deposit in mutual funds.
Great
Wow.
initiative అని చెప్పొచ్చు.
Yeah, yes. And then we bought apartments for them.
Oh, nice.
Okay, in Kajagoda. And both my office boy and one of my drivers stays in their apartment. They don't have to worry.
ఓకే.
In my house, there's a maid who cooks.
ఓకే.
Been cooking for us since we came to India.
ఓకే.
She's a widower. She is bringing up their grandkids.
ఓకే.
For her, we bought about 100 square yards land
ఓకే.
in Sun City. We
Wow.
built her a nice house for her.
వావ్.
So she stays there. And I have my personal driver. I bought 110 square yards in Mokila.
ఓకే.
I told him, this is where you build your house.
ఎస్.
And for the children's education, I pay for
వావ్.
their education.
సో
And
వెల్
I-
ప్లాన్ అన్నమాట.
well planned. See what we forget as entrepreneurs or successful
Mm.
entrepreneurs, we forget those class.
అవును.
Okay, because what happens is, he sees you growing,
అవును.
he sees you making a lot of money,
ఎస్.
he sees you drove from scooter to this and you
Car.
became
అవును.
car.
అవును.
Now you fly planes, you live in
అవును.
when you go to big 5-star hotels,
Oh,
you
sir.
spend lakhs of rupees.
Nizam.
When they see that,
కరెక్ట్.
obviously it is important for us also to take them along. But poor
Very
guy, he
Khachitanga,
cannot study now.
khachitanga.
If he's
Yes.
capable of studying, doing medicine,
Avunu.
I would fund him.
అవును.
But he is
Definitely.
not.
అవును.
So we have to take care of that segment also.
Avunu.
And I am
ఇది చాలా
Commit-
యూనిక్ విషయం మీరు చెప్పారు. నేను ఇప్పటిదాకా
అండ్
ఎప్పుడు
బేసిక్ గా
వినలేదు.
కూడా మీరు చెప్తూ ఉంటే సార్, అంటే ఒక టీమ్ ని ఎలా బిల్డప్ చేసుకోవాలి అన్న దాంట్లో
అవును.
is one of the ఒక చెప్పుకోవచ్చు ఈజీ వే టు గెట్
So
ఇంటూ
I give talks on team building in corporates and all. I have young people working in it. They come with aspirations.
ఓకే.
So I just tell them, I want to take your dream where you want to be in 5 years. I just don't want them to be a salaried person. I want them to participate in the growth. My growth reward, which is financial reward, how do I share part of it with them? In this line project, I offered everybody an apartment and said, whatever you can afford it, you pay.
ఎస్,
And what is also important is never give anything for free.
అంతే
ఓకే
Okay, I am one of those person.
Avunu
I
sir.
will never give anything.
Avunu
One
sir.
has to earn.
అంతే.
So if it is cost 10 rupees, I want you to contribute 5 rupees
కరెక్ట్.
or 3 rupees or
Yes,
4 rupees. Then
definitely.
it will take a long.
Yes.
Then I'll see, he has a commitment
అవును,
towards it. Anything that free goes free.
అంతే.
So within our company also, we created this culture.
Great.
Last year, I also did HGGNE,
ఓకే.
health, growth, and governance.
ఓకే.
So health wise, health important for us and your family members. అని ఒక పేపర్ రాపిచ్చా
Okay.
ఆఫీస్లోనే,
ఓకే.
for which we as a company supporting. Suppose you are working with me and if you are healthy, you come to work.
Yes.
Suppose your parents are healthy, you come to work regularly. If
Yeah.
they are unhealthy, something happens, then it affects your
Definitely.
attendance.
అవును.
So I wrote a paper on it and then we said, okay, we will
Okay.
fund the health checkups, monitor them.
వావ్.
Second వచ్చేసి growth. I said, what is growth? Everybody says, I want to be 500 crore, 600 crore, 1000 crore. For me, it's not. All I say, tell them is growth is what you have at hand,
ఓకే.
you complete them on time and deliver it on time.
దట్ ఈస్ ద బిగ్గెస్ట్
That is the biggest thing. So I coined another statement called terminus is every time, all the time, on time. So that is growth. And that growth, if you do those things right, the growth automatically comes. Why should I count 600
Ante.
crores? It doesn't excite me.
అవును.
It doesn't excite me to call myself. If it happens, it's fine.
వావ్.
The last one is governance. I said, what are the stepping stones to put the governance? నేను ఒక్కనే కూర్చొని నేను నా వైఫ్ కూర్చొని we have everything అనుకుంటే కాదు.
కరెక్ట్.
You have to put
Definitely.
right people in it.
ఎస్.
Tell them that you work with integrity. I don't tolerate anybody who works in my office with no integrity, no honesty. He will
Correct.
not last even for 10 seconds.
ఓకే.
So this is what success for me
Correct.
is. And I think everyone in the company, if you take along the people that have worked under you, okay, and who have helped you grow,
అవును,
if you take them along with you,
Avunu
I
sir.
think life will be much
అవును సార్.
happier and and you can do a lot of things.
బాగుంది
Correct గా చెప్పారు
సార్. అండ్ ఫైనల్ గా ఏంటి అంటే సార్, లైక్ మీ జర్నీ బాగుంది అండ్ మీరు చేసిన స్ట్రగుల్స్ కావచ్చు, హార్డ్ వర్క్ కావచ్చు, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ వాస్ వెరీ గుడ్. అండ్ ఒక బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్ గా ఎదగాలి, ఇంత సక్సెస్ఫుల్ గా అవ్వాలి అంటే మీరు యూజ్ చేసిన మార్కెటింగ్ స్ట్రాటజీస్ ఒక 2.
See, I have, as you said, I have a tremendous amount of strength. I have a lot of strength in marketing. I know how to stage a sales. You know how to stage a sales. So if I have to sell a product, I have to sell that product to you and make certain statements in the first 60 seconds.
ఓకే.
I call it 60-second theory.
ఓకే.
When I speak at a conference, when I see something at the audience, if in first 60 seconds, if I don't connect with the audience, I will lose the audience. Then it takes me 45 minutes to tell a story
engage.
to get the audience engaged.
Edge.
So we call it as a 60-second pitch. In the first 60 seconds, I tell them what exactly about this project.
ఓకే.
I gave you the example of the line.
Yeah.
It's in this segment. People can buy within a crore. There are so many people that can buy. This is where the location is. It's proximity to social infrastructure. No one is selling this at this
Yes.
price. So those are the tricks. I mean, I wouldn't
Wow.
say tricks. Those are the 60-second pitches we call. You know? So
Okay.
one needs to do. Otherwise, people come, kids come, he misses everything. You get confused for first 30 minutes what exactly he's saying. Then you lose interest.
Definitely.
So that is most important
Correct.
in
First thing.
your pitch.
True,
Yes.
sir.
Second is, of course, whatever you say,
Huh.
you say it with conviction.
Okay.
You say, I can do it. I will do it.
Yes.
So there are several examples when I went and competed against large companies like Oracle or Accenture in US. I used to tell the client, you trust me, they are big boys, but I'll do the same job that they are doing for half the price. So give me the job. A convincing nature undali. Okay. And you have to have that conviction. And when you take money from someone, you have to keep in mind you are responsible to repay that money back. Okay, and if you try hard and you lose that money for your investors, that's fine. Investor understands. But if you take investors' money and you're driving Mercedes Benz and you're blowing up money, then people will not like
No
it.
use.
No use.
No
So
use.
you have to kind of be very careful. I'll give one more example. When I built the villa community, there was a young lady who came. She has one daughter. Husband is an art director. She gave me a check and she said, "Sir, please, Aspirate garu, మేము కొద్దిగా స్ట్రెచ్ అవుతా ఉన్నాము ఈ పర్చేజ్ ప్రైజ్లో మాకంత లేదు ఫైనాన్షియల్ సార్ బట్ వీ వాంట్స్ బిట్ వీ లైక్ ద విల్లా ఆ కమ్యూనిటీ మీరు చాలా బాగా చేస్తున్నారు రెస్పిరేట్ గారు ప్లీజ్ మీరు దీన్ని మాత్రం డెలివర్ చేయండి నాకు ఆన్ టైం అని చెప్పినది నేను ఆలోచించినప్పుడు అరే ఎందుకు ఈ మాట అన్నదని సో వై యూ ఆస్క్ మీ దిస్ సెట్ సార్ అందరు హైదరాబాద్లో కానీ కొందరు డెవలపర్స్ డబ్బులు తీసుకొని ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఇన్కంప్లీట్ అవుతాయి లీగల్ ఎక్కడో ట్యాంగిల్ ఉంటుంది కాదు కష్టం అవుతుంది సో ఎవ్రీ మీటింగ్ ఇన్ మై ప్రాజెక్ట్ మేనేజ్ మీటింగ్ ఐ షుడ్ టెల్ మై పీపుల్ లుక్ ఐ టుక్ హర్ చెక్ ఓకే దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ షీ సెడ్ దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ షీ సెడ్ we better make sure we do a high quality work and we make sure that she moves into that house when she wants.
Definitely.
So that is the commitment. So when I take money from my consumers, clients, I want to deliver it high quality and deliver it on time.
Correct.
Because they have work. Some people take loan. Some people borrow money from somebody else.
Personal.
So our commitment undale. Our commitment to young entrepreneurs, young real estate, and anything.
Correct.
You have to have that commitment to do it. There's so much business in this country now. I'm telling you, this century belongs to India.
No
No
doubt.
one can stop this country.
Yes.
No one can stop this country.
Last.
The train has left the station. Either we are on the board or we'll be left on the railway track
Correct.
station.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you.